Hey everyone, Jason here. Welcome to Jason's O-Gauge Trains. Less than a year ago, it was announced that Mike Wolf would be retiring from MTH Trains, and I put out a video at the time giving my reaction, my thoughts and comments on the whole situation. There was a lot up in the air at the time, a lot of unanswered questions, a lot of people wondering what the fate of MTH Trains was going to be. And finally, just recently, Wednesday, March 17th in the afternoon, news broke about what is going to happen to some of MTH's tooling. And it's really good news if you ask me. About a month ago, we had heard the news that MTH was selling its HO and S-gauge equipment to scale trains, and people were very happy about that. And as we just learned recently, Atlas is going to be taking quite a bit of MTH's Premier line tooling, specifically for their diesel locomotives, rolling stock, and passenger cars, as well as a few accessories. I have the actual announcement from Atlas on my phone right here, and here it is showing up on your screen right now. This is just the official announcement that Atlas was acquiring select locomotive and rolling stock molds from MTH. There's a list of those items listed below, and in general, it looks like a lot of MTH's, I'd say, bread and butter items as far as the Premier line modern offerings go. And so I think it's a good fit with Atlas. And not only is it announced that Atlas is taking this tooling, but they'll be acquiring the rights to use MTH's DCS system and proto sound system in their locomotives. Now I'm really happy about this because I've always loved Atlas products, even though they kind of come out with things few and far between. Hopefully that this means that they're going to make more offerings more frequently, and it's a plus to people like me who run MTH DCS that I'm still going to be able to buy engines that are DCS equipped. So to all those people who thought that MTH was completely going away, that we were never going to see a DCS equipped engine come out again, those people have been proven wrong. I'm really excited for Atlas to get that tooling. I'm hoping that they take the tooling that MTH made and maybe they'll add some more details to it. And even if they up the price a little bit, if they improve them in some way, I'm going to be really excited about that. And in fact, Atlas is going to announce their first offering just next week. So next week, Wednesday, March 24th, we're going to hear about the first offerings from Atlas. It was also announced that Atlas would be moving its manufacturing of these acquired molds to MTH's factory. So a lot of the production delays that we're used to seeing from Atlas hopefully are going to be eliminated, and they'll be on a more predictable delivery schedule like we're used to seeing with MTH trains. That still leaves a big question though, because even though Atlas is acquiring some major items, there's still a lot left in just the Premier line that's not accounted for. So what's going to happen to the other Premier line diesels, Rail King, or Premier line steamers? That's the really big question that everybody's wondering right now. Well, there's a lot of rumors going around at the moment, and hopefully they're all cleared up within a month's time. A lot of people are saying that MTH is going to continue with the tooling that remains, and that they will continue under the name MTH and continue producing trains just like we're used to. It'll be a smaller offering than what we're used to because a lot of the tooling's been sold now, but a lot of people are talking about MTH continuing under its own name. They're also talking about that there's a group of investors that have also bought some of the tooling. We don't know if that's independent investors. We don't know if that's Menards. We don't know if Lionel has bought some things. That's all still up in the air right now, but still very exciting to hear that we now know for sure that there's going to be some O-scale MTH items that survive and are produced with MTH's DCS system. So what does this mean for all of us hobbyists? Well, I only think it's a good thing because this means that Lionel's not going to be the only game in town. And I really like Lionel. They make some really great products and I've been buying a lot of them lately. But having competition helps manufacturers continuously improve the products and put out good products. So having Atlas becoming a bigger player in O-scale, having MTH potentially continuing under their own name, and maybe even yet another company coming in, whether that's Menards, ready-made trains, Bachmann, the rumors are all over the place. The more manufacturers, the more competition, the more options we have and the better the quality gets and the better the offerings get across the whole hobby. So what do I think Atlas's first offering is going to be? I don't know for sure. I just have what I hope it's going to be. I know that they acquired the Dash 9 tooling and the ES44 tooling. I would love to see the Dash 9s made with the traditional Norfolk Southern paint scheme, whether it's the horsehead or non-horsehead paint scheme. Believe it or not, MTH hasn't made a Dash 9 with just the plain Norfolk Southern paint scheme since their first Proto 2 Dash 9, which came out over 15 years ago. So I think we're well due for a Norfolk Southern regular black paint scheme Dash 9. If not the Dash 9, a lot of people are guessing that it might be the ES44 because MTH is doing some custom runs of the BNSF ES44s, so why not make a whole bunch in the same factory while you're at it? If they do, I'd really like a couple of Canadian Pacific ES44s. That's a locomotive that I don't have on the layout, and I have almost no Canadian Pacific on the layout. I'd love to add a few of those red engines, so that's just basically what I hope for. I don't know this for sure, but we'll know within a week's time. Well, that's about all I wanted to say for now. The second that the news broke, I had people messaging me and texting me and emailing me all the announcements and asking what I thought and suggesting that I should give my thoughts and opinion, you know, for whatever it's worth. And in general, I'm excited. I'm optimistic about where the hobby's heading. I'm excited for Atlas. Atlas is a great company. I think they make top of the line equipment. And I know they'll do a really great job with the premier line items that they're acquiring from MTH. So that's very exciting. I hope we hear something soon, official from MTH or whatever other company is acquiring the rest of their tooling, because there's still a lot left over. In the grand scheme of things, I bet Atlas is acquiring less than 10% of their whole tooling, book of tooling. So still exciting news, hopefully to come. This is great for the hobby, and yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and hopefully we hear some more official news soon. So thanks so much for watching. Hope to have some new updates coming for you really soon. See you next time.